Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys I wanted to do a little bit of a discussion and talk about something actually that I've heard throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history, but especially in the last 2 years or so, I've heard this more and more and more from returning players, modern day players even, or newer players that haven't been playing the game for a long time, or they just people in general who haven't played in a long time. And that is them complaining about staples in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Be it about, oh, I don't like the fact of these powerful staple cards, or be it the fact that, oh, I hate these modern day staple cards, they ruin Yu-Gi-Oh!, it stunts creativity, and things of this nature. And I've heard these different ways. I mean, it's all the same thing. I hate these. Oh, you run 3 of this, 3 of that, 2 of this 1 of you run of, and all decks. I hate these things. Be it Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, be it Call by the Grave, be it any hand trap, be it any Lightning Storm, Tactical Talents, Forbidden Droplets. It doesn't matter. Nebaru, whatever it is. People have always complained about this. Even recently, that they don't like these modern day staple cards that people just throw in every single deck. And I do it too. Ash Blossom, hand traps are a thing now in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! We run them. Monster Reborn, good card. You pretty much run in everything, okay? Call by the Grave, and then eventually when we get Nobleman of Crossout, will probably be a staple 3 of in every deck. Call by the Grave was a staple 3 of just about in the main deck or side deck. And Nobleman, when it comes out, will probably be the same thing. But people saying this, I don't think know their full Yu-Gi-Oh! History, really. Because if they looked back to, let's say, 2004, staples have always been a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Guys. And powerful staples, for that time frame in Yu-Gi-Oh! Have always been a thing. Now, you may say to yourself, well, I don't think that's true. Like, you mean just Pot of Greed, your Monster Reborn, your Regeki, your Dark Hole, your holy trinity of spells, right? That's not the case, ladies and gentlemen. Staples have always been a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! And powerful staples have always been a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Be it Ash Blossom in 2020, be it any Nebaru in 2020, to going back years ago to it being Pot of Greed, Dark Hole, Regeki, Breaker, the Magical Swordsman. I'm going to show you some powerful staples that were played just about in every deck back in the day using history from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes. What do I have in front of me, ladies and gentlemen? I have a magazine called Beckett Magazine. This is a recap at the end of the year of 2004. As you can see here, it says the best of 2004. Going over Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty much this is a synopsis of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Year for 2004. Now specifically I wanted to look at the best cards, the top cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? I think you'll notice a lot of staples in these earlier sets. We got your Pot of Greed, your Regekis, your Monster Reborn, your Dark Hole. Swords was played in many decks. Sorry, my book is falling apart here. Very old book. But you also see things like Mirror Force, Sangan, Witch of the Black Forest, Heavy Storm, Change of Heart. Just about all those cards I just mentioned were played in every single deck back in 2004. Delinquent Duo, yep, that was played in every deck. MST, Snatch and Steal, yeah, pretty much every deck. Forceful Sentry, yeah, just about every deck. That's just the first 3 sets. Okay, maybe you're just saying those were just played in those, modern eras. Well, let's go to some other sets. Oh, looky here. I'm just going to flip a page, right? Breaker the Magical Swordsman. That was played in every deck, guys. DD Warrior Lady. That was played in every deck, guys. BLS up here for Invasion of Chaos. Guess what, guys? In 2004, that was played in every deck. Chaos Emperor Dragon in 2004, that was played in every deck. So when people tell me that powerful cards in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Powerful staples, oh my gosh, ruin Yu-Gi-Oh! You don't know your Yu-Gi-Oh! History. And I don't mean to be a sarcastic but I'm being true. The facts don't lie, guys. Yu-Gi-Oh! Staples, powerful Yu-Gi-Oh! Staples, have always been a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, maybe this is due to your memory. Maybe it's due to nostalgia glasses that make people forget this. Maybe your idea of Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2004 was playing with your friends on the playground. But in the eyes of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh!, the eyes of Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, staples have always been a thing of this game. Powerful staples have always been a thing in this game. Blackluster Soldier, back in the day, guys, was played in every deck. Cookie Cutter Chaos reigned supreme back in the day. Lights and Darks played a thing. Breaker the Magical Swordsman was a powerful one-of that was played in every deck because MST was at 1 and considered too powerful. DD Warrior Lady was played in every deck because it could banish problematic cards. Jinzo was played in every deck because it was the best one tribute monster that get rid of traps. Spells and traps, monsters, staple things like this, always been in the game, guys. Maybe you say, maybe not just in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! This was the case. Well, if we go back maybe to, let's say, I don't know, 2008, 2009, staple cards were even played back then. Royal Oppression. Oh yeah, that was played in everything. You guys remember that card? Yeah. Dad. If you could build a deck, you played Dad in it. Staple cards have been a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Different decks run different types of staples. That's a fact. You know, if I'm playing a zombie deck, likelihood is I'm playing Mizuki. That's a staple, guys, in any zombie deck. Even to this day, maybe you run, instead of 3 of, like back in the day, you run 2 or 1, but you still run some amount of Mizukis, right? I bet you do. You know, staples will always be a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh!, right? In some way, shape, or form. And people, I think, misconstrued the idea of staples, which I just want to talk about a little bit more as I wrap this video up here. Because you have your staples that go in every deck, which I've just talked about. These powerful staples, these powerful 1-ofs or 3-ofs that are for a time in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? That's the same, it was the same way over 15 years ago, guys. And it's the same way it is today. Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks may have changed. Power creep may be affecting different things. New cards come and go. But powerful cards will always be here in certain capacity. Staple cards will be here in some capacity. As time evolved, it evolved from a situation more where, hey, maybe it's not every card runs this deck, but these type of decks run these cards. What do you mean by that, Seto? Well, I just made an example a couple minutes ago. Mizuki was running every single deck. If I'm running Gravekeepers, I hope I'm running 3 Necro Valley. Isn't that a staple? Now you see where I'm going with this. Archetypes have staples in it. Does that stunt creativity? Does it do that? I mean, I can build any deck out of anything. Doesn't mean it's going to be good. But I tell you this much, from building as many decks as I have over the years, staples really help those decks out. They really do. Because, like, say, for example, I'm building a certain deck and I have a good amount in Light and Darks. Hey, I can throw a good staple BLS in there. Chaos Dragon, maybe, if it's a rank 8 base deck. Oh, but is that stunt creativity? No, it doesn't. I'm ragging on myself now. That should tell you something. I'm being honest, guys. You can build a deck out of anything, really. But at the end of the day, staples will help make that deck better. I'll make it consistent at what it does. A warrior deck is going to run Rhoda if it has level 4 warriors, right? Why wouldn't you do that? Isn't that a staple? Maybe you never thought of that, right? Certain decks, certain archetypes will have staples of some sort, right? If I'm running Atlantean Mermaids, wouldn't I be very foolish to not run Dragoons at 3? You see where this is going, right, guys? Staples have always been a thing in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Throughout history. Powerful staples, be they generic staples, be they archetypal staples, have always been in the game and always will be in the game. It's part of Yu-Gi-Oh's DNA ever since the beginning. Ever since Legend of Blue Eyes. When you had the Pot of Greed, Regeki, Dark Hole, things of that nature, right? It'll always be a staple. Staples are here to stay, guys. They're not going to change. Powerful staples will always be here. They've always been here. It's part of Yu-Gi-Oh's DNA. It's in its blood. So, Next time you think about, oh, I hate Ash Blossom. Oh, I hate this staple card. Just know that there are always going to be staples in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! For better or for worse. And that if you're trying to build a fun deck, I bet you those staples are going to help that deck become more consistent at what it needs to do. Till next time, guys. Take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And remember to subscribe to the channel. And continue this discussion down below, as I would like to hear your stuff, your thoughts about this. Maybe this has opened your eyes. Maybe you want to have a civilized discussion about this down in the comment section. And I look forward to seeing you guys' comments, because I believe this can be definitely elaborated on, and maybe there's some stuff I missed. I am human. I may miss things sometimes. We all are human, right? I hope we are. I hope we are human. But till next time, guys, take care and good luck dueling to all of you. Take care, everybody.